Spain clock in for their very first appearance at these championships. A special anniversary edition, in fact, games held across multiple nations. A true pan-European tournament that is a reflection of the pan-European nature of the game. And this is where it all starts for them. 11 players, many of them friends, some foes during the league season, now united for a single cause as they carry the hopes and expectations of a nation in this grand quadrennial event. Ahead of us, a month of non-stop adrenaline rush. I trust you are strapped in comfortably for what will be, at least for partisan parties, the most unbearable, thrilling of emotional roller coasters. Quite some performance, and now here comes the response. So it is upon us, their opening game, and what they hope will be the first of many fine games in this championship.
All I hope is that these nations, as well as the players of course, can make a good account of themselves. And I also like the fact that such excitement isn't just something that one host country has the monopoly of. It's shared by so many people across the continent, literally, and that certainly created an extra special buzz.
We're underway. Well, now here is a young man who really does seem to have the whole world at his feet. Lamine Yamal, a player of barely matched potential and indeed of barely matched expectation.
And the inevitable comparisons that go along with that, Peter.
And are those comparisons justified?
Well, from what I've seen of him so far, very much so. There's pace and great technique, but the most outstanding quality about him is his maturity, especially when it comes to making the right decisions. That's what sets him apart, for me anyway.
Whistle's gone, that's foul. Dealt with nicely by the defence. That's a throw. Freuler. And Bolo. Switzerland going wide appreciably more than they had been.
Yeah, they're just making more of the increased time on the ball there and asking some interesting questions too, whether it's bringing someone into play or drifting inside. Good movement.
Zubimendi spread out to the left. Now it's Perez. That's a face-to-face with the... And he shoots! Goal! Spain!
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Spain are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
And the counter is on. Oh, well measured. He has found the way through. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Out to the right. Gets into some space. Oh, it's played into the area. Martinez is there, and he can get that clear. Pedro Porro. Spain heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Yamal given the lift of his goal. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Grimaldo looking to hit the byline here. It's a mighty effort! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, he certainly got to the ball.
And the half-time whistle goes. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I'm a little bit worried for them in the way they've looked in transitions, Peter. They've been a bit exposed, so they might be only one down, but they can't afford to have any more sloppy moments. Concede another, and we know it's an awful long way back.
Spain having to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. And the game has already resumed here.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Succumbs to the pressure. Oh, they've seen lots of the ball. Time to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure. Now it's Vargas. Lenormand forwards and with intent. Williams. And it's Perez. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. And he is going into that little black book. Defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Zubimendi. Sao. Zakaria. And here's Embolo. Well, played right into it. Can he finish? Oh, that's a fine challenge.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value...
Yamal! It's a goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for. You don't keep those out. He just knew.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Time for a change in personnel.
Well, to wait until now to make this change seems a bit baffling. He's expecting the miraculous to turn this around from here.
Spain are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead. Freuler. That's really well manoeuvred. Spain have time on their side now, as well as a 2-goal lead. It is just about done. Fabian Ruiz. Pedro Porro. Yamal. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And there's going to be another change here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
And it's Ruiz. He's in plenty of space here. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Perez shoots! And here's Perez. In he goes again! And that may well be that. That is that. So a smooth start, and one which, at least results-wise, could not have been better. That'll do very nicely. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, pressure can quickly build on you if a positive result isn't achieved in your opening group match. Instead, they can take great confidence now from a very good victory and look ahead with real belief.